Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I'm going to be filming a look on this eye look and lip right here. It's supposed to be brown and monochrome and perfect for fall. It is super easy to achieve, and I used some of my favorite palettes, some of my favorite makeup products to achieve this look, and it's so beautiful and just so natural and just screams fall. So if you guys would like to see how I achieved this, then please keep on watching. All right, you guys, so this eye right here is already done. So I'm going to be taking the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C6, and I'm going to be taking it and priming all over my eye. You guys, I mean, if you watched my last tutorial, and if you've seen my IG tutorials, then you know that this is literally what I use every single time. It is so nice as an eye base. And I'm going to be taking this flat foundation brush that's kind of old and just press it into the skin. If I'm talking fast or kind of moving fast, that is because I am running late for something, but I wanted to film this beforehand, so I'm trying to get this done like pretty fast. So I'm just gonna be patting it into the skin to create a nice, solid, opaque base. Now that that's blended, I'm going to be taking the ABH Cosmetics X Jackie Aina palette. I'm gonna be using the shades Credit and Ginger for this look. So first things first, we're gonna be taking the shade Credit and using this big old like flat brush and dipping all into it. And we're simply just gonna place it all over our eye, like pretty much everywhere, until we have a good color going. Y'all, this look is literally so easy. Like, I cannot stress enough how simple it is. And this is gonna be so nice. Like, this is a perfect going out look. This is perfect for beginners because we are literally only using 2 shades, but it's also just good for days where like maybe you're in a rush but you still want to look really nice and glam. This is like good. So it's just a nice smoky eye. If you are lighter than me, you might want to try and find a lighter brown. I mean, unless like you really are going for that dark look. So just keep on packing until you are satisfied with the pigmentation. And you can go into the other one like if you want to. If you see that you might want to add a little more. So next, we're going to be taking the shade Ginger, and I'm going to dip into it with this fluffy brush. And all we're doing with Ginger is just brushing it and buffing it on the outer edges of our eye. This is gonna soften it, but hold up, I think I just dipped into Sponsored a little bit, so it kind of messed it up. Please hold. Okay, so fun fact, I literally had to wipe it all off and start over. So if you have this, don't accidentally dip into the Sponsored because it's gonna mess you up. But now I have a new brush, and I'm gonna be taking Ginger, and I'm going to be brushing it on the outer edge of my eye of the look so that it'll soften it out and just make it look more natural and seamless and kind of have like a nice gradient effect. It's not, I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera or not, but I know in person it's definitely like a nice buffer, and it's gonna kind of just make the whole eye look come together. So yeah, just keep brushing back and forth, kind of going in circular motions until you're satisfied with the gradient. Now that eyes are done, I'm going to be going in with the Milk Hydrogrip primer. This is like this is my favorite primer I think ever. So I'm gonna go in, let me see, go in with 2 pumps and just apply it all over the face. It is such a nice primer. It helps with the longevity of my makeup, and it feels so good on the skin. And I'm sad because I don't think I'm running out, but like I'm gonna need another one within the next month or so, I think, if I keep using it as much as I am. So I'll apply a generous amount. I'm gonna move my turban a little bit further back so I can get it there, because I'm not gonna be wearing this tonight. I'm gonna switch back into my wig, so I need to, you know, apply all these areas, and I need my makeup to stay on. Now that my face is primed, I'm going to be taking the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation in the shade Neutral Walnut, and this is going to be my foundation, obviously. And I think I'm going to go in with about 2.5 to 3 pumps of this, and this foundation is fabulous. We're going to be dotting it because I like to dot my foundation, and it's just so nice. And it has SPF 15 in it, but I will say I've taken photos in flash photography with this, and with the right powder I received literally no flashback. So yeah, this is a stunner. I get so many compliments on it when I wear it. I was using samples for the longest time because your girl could not afford it, but I finally splurged and I was able to afford it. So this is what we're gonna be using, and I'm excited to see how this turns out because this is my foundation, y'all. And I'm gonna be taking the Sonia Kashuk makeup sponge. It's a little dirty, don't clock me, thanks. And this is what we're gonna do to blend our foundation. This is a full coverage foundation, in case you were wondering. So like, if you want kind of like the full coverage effect, but not like super cakey, then maybe you might want to use a few less pumps than me. And honestly though, even though it's like full coverage, it's like, it's not cakey. It's not cakey. I don't think it's cakey. I don't like cakey, so you won't see me wearing cakey foundation. I don't think cakey foundation is bad, but I prefer, you know, just like, I like a full coverage, but a full coverage where like you can still see my skin underneath. And I think that this foundation does that. So I'm gonna be applying a generous amount. And if there are any areas that I want covered a little bit more, don't worry, I'm gonna be going back in with the foundation. Now that my foundation is done, I'm going to be taking the NYX Cosmetics Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Warm Caramel. This concealer is phenomenal. It is full coverage. It gets you right. I'm just going to be applying it generously underneath my eyes and just to all the important areas of my face. Now that my concealer is done, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Loose Setting Powder in the shade Deep Peach. This is the perfect shade for brown girls to bake with, or just to set their under eyes and like the high points or the highlights of their face. So I'm gonna be going in with my Sonia Kashuk sponge and not using too much. I'm gonna apply it to the area we literally just concealed. It's almost like a very, very, very rich banana powder. And I'm gonna put it around my nose, and right here in this area, and then I'm gonna put it down the bridge. And last but not least, I'm going to be taking it and putting it around my forehead. And you can like keep adding like as you see fit. If you see an area, I kind of like to go a little bit further out. While this is, you know, baking for a little bit, I'm going to be taking the Benefit Hula Toasted, and I'm gonna be using that to bronze up my face. This is what it looks like. And you know what? I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I didn't even realize Benefit had a Hula Toasted. I knew they had a Hula, just a regular Hula, and then Hula Light. I don't know if this is new or if I was just unaware, but yeah. So like I said, I'm gonna kind of go ham. And this is a kabuki brush from Benefit. I'm gonna go and apply it to my cheeks, down here by my jaw, so we can snatch her up. And I kind of want to smile because I kind of want this to blend into my blush. So we're gonna put it a little bit on the apples of the cheeks, but like not too much, you know? And I'm gonna take it and snatch my forehead. Okay, now that my my bronzing is done, I'm gonna go in with this flat powder brush and just start dusting off the bake, because I honestly don't even like to bake for very long. Like, it's not really my thing. Some people bake for like 10 minutes. I bake for like 2 because I think, or at least for me, I just prefer not going in that hard. So I'm gonna dust everything off and make sure that everything is dusted off like good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to see any lines of demarcation, or like you can tell like, oh, like that's where the line started and stopped. And in true AWA fashion, I totally forgot, I'm gonna be going back in with the powder, and I'm going to be taking it and baking my smile lines because I have those bad. So I'm gonna smirk and just put the powder in where my lines are located. And I put a really generous amount there. Next, I'm gonna be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Berry Adore. And the 3 shades from darkest to lightest are Velvet, Exotic, and Desert. And what I do, I go in with all 3 shades. I don't really, like, I don't pick one and just go in. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna smile. And I'm gonna put it all on the apples of my cheeks. I love going ham on blush, so if you see me, don't mind me. And I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose because that's like the move these days, if you didn't know. Now you know. I'm gonna go back in with Hula one more time and put it right above the blush so it can be darkened. All right, next I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. And this is what I'm gonna be using to do the top half of my brows because the bottom half is already done. Don't ask me why I do the bottom half first because I can't explain. Honestly, sometimes I'll just do them all before, sometimes I'll do them all after. Like there's no in between. I'm not one of those people. I'm not on a team. I am neutral AF when it comes to that. So yeah. Just gonna keep on brushing and just lightly fill them in. As I get closer to the front, I'm gonna go in with a much lighter hand because I like a gradient and you should strive for a gradient. I'm gonna go in with the next one. Just brush down the hairs because I find that when I don't brush down my hairs, I do them too thick. So this helps me kind of keep them in check and not go overboard. I low-key like want to start doing my brows pretty thin again. Like I missed that. But we'll see. Me going back in with the NYX Cosmetics Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and this is what I'm going to use to carve out the top half of my brows. I'm just going to use this thin like flat brush, and this is what I'm going to use to, you know, conceal around. Okay, now that my eyebrows are done, I'm gonna dust off this big right here. I kind of puff out my cheeks because just to get any of the powder that may have set inside of my lines. Okay, next I'm gonna be going in with the Morphe Bake and Set setting powder in the shade Translucent Rich, and I'm gonna be using just a very small amount to set the rest of my face, like around here and just a teeny tiny bit because I just want to, and I think it's good to, you know, again, this is a matte look, this is a long wearing look, so just don't go overboard with the powder so we don't look like really cakey and like, you know, there's a difference between matte and like cakey and your skin looks dry, and that is not what we are trying to achieve. So tread lightly with this. That's literally it. That's all I used. Next, I'm gonna be taking the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm running out, it's very low. And we're just gonna let it dry. I kind of like using a generous amount because I feel like it locks in your face better. So as long as you just are like literally not dripping wet and you're able to, you know, it'll dry down in like a few seconds, then it's okay. It's not a big deal. Like don't get scared when you see like a lot of setting spray. As long as you know your limit, or you know the product's limit, and your face's limit, and you don't go overboard. Now I'm gonna be taking the ABH Glow Kit in Sundipped. I'm gonna be taking the shade Bronze, and I'm gonna be going in with my fan brush, and I'm just gonna apply it to my cheeks and all the points I need. So, yep, I'm applying a generous amount. It's like perfect for my skin. And I'm just gonna apply it right above my eyebrows, a little bit on my nose, a little bit down the bridge. Now it's time for lashes, so I'm gonna be taking the Benefit Cosmetics Bad Gal Bang mascara, and I'm gonna be using it to get my lashes ready for false lashes. I actually never used this. I got this as a little sample because I ordered something from Sephora, so that was nice. And ooh, okay, I like you. The problem is I just never buy high-end mascara. I don't even buy mascara for real, like period. But I decided I should probably start so it'll make my lashes blend in better. Now I'm gonna be taking my I Envy by Kiss lash glue in clear, and I'm just gonna gently go across my lash line. And honestly, if it gets on the mascara, it's not a big deal. So like, don't worry if it does. And if you're that pressed, you can go back in with the mascara and kind of just, you know, try and brush it away. Now I'm gonna be going in with Viaco lashes in the style Re Freaking Tweet. It's actually the F-bomb, but like, I'm not gonna say it. That's okay. And this is a brand owned by my friend Leslie, so I'm excited. This is my first time, well, my second time wearing these, but this is my first time wearing them out in public. I tested them for a video. I'm not sure if this is gonna come out before or after that, so we'll see. And I'm just gonna apply it to my lash line. Just like that. Boom. And we're gonna do the same with the other lash. There we go. Isn't it crazy how lashes just completely elevate your look? Like, girl, look like a whole different person. But now, last but not least, it is time for lips. So now I'm gonna be taking the Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Coqueta, I believe. And I'm just gonna put a generous amount on my lips. Now that my lips are lined, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Malt. And lastly, real quick, I'm going to be going in with the Dip Brow Gel by ABH and just putting that in there to, you know, set my brows in place and just thicken them and make them look more snatched. I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, okay? Okay, thanks. All right, you guys, this right here is the finished look. I hope that you guys love it, and I hope that you guys can pull some inspiration from it. And I just think it's a super wearable and super beautiful look. It's perfect for beginners, and I just hope that you guys loved it and it was easy to follow. Please like, comment, and subscribe as it helps me grow as a content creator. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.